What's going on, guys? Captain Pup here. I am fresh out the shower and time to get down and dirty with the most recent OPTC survey. And this survey is pertaining to the 9th anniversary. So let's just dive right into it. No holds bar on this one here. We're just going to give all of our feedback as constructively as humanly possible and as what the word text provide us. I'm going to chop this video up, make sure it's nice and straightforward. I do urge everyone to please put your feedback forward. I can understand that it is difficult for you as a player to believe that any of this actually matters at all, but whether it does or it doesn't, do your best, do your part for the community is what I think here, and just submit the survey. There's not much else we can do in any other fashions of providing feedback. This is our best place to do so. Without further ado, first question. I've been playing for a long ass time Bandai Namco Entertainment and DreamCom, so I'm already in that wheelhouse right there. Which of the following have provided you with One Piece Treasure Cruise info over the past month? Select all that apply. Official website is Dookie. You're not going to click that one. Twitter posts and unaffiliated accounts. I agree with both of those. I think Twitter is the source of everything, which is fantastic. Facebook's irrelevant to me. Bandai channel, yeah, I guess, but also I didn't really see any content from that. YouTube and YouTube Shorts, shout out Todd Stump, for the YouTube and YouTube Shorts. Playthrough videos, I'm assuming this relates to Twitch to some capacity. I don't use Crunchyroll. I don't see any online ads. Definitely Discord, shout out subreddit Discord and the Reddit itself. That's about it for us there. Next question. Please select all of the videos you've watched and all of the campaigns you've participated in. I watched the teaser. I watched the update video. I've watched the details video. I watched the promo video. I did participate. The reflecting on 8th Anni GIF was just stupid. I didn't participate in the 9th Anni countdown quiz because I think that was stupid as well. Because these are such useless events. Friend invite campaign, stamp rally, join my alliance. They don't benefit anyone at any point. We need to stop prioritizing these super social media campaigns so Bandai can get their KPIs up so their big bosses say, good job on the social media front. Because they're all irrelevant for the most part. Next question. Did you watch the 13.0 update news video and or the 9th anniversary details video? I did. This is only selected because I messed up the recording. No, I have music on the background and I realized that I'd probably want to cut out dead air. So, this is already clicked here, but I did watch that video. If you watched the 13.0 update news video and or the 9th anniversary details video, please share your thoughts on their content. The content was easy to follow and I'd like future videos to follow this format. No. The info shared was just right. The content is to follow. I disagree. There was no narration, so it's difficult to follow. I agree. I think that irrespective of whether Yoshi is presenting it or not, or someone like Yannicka who did it in the past, who did it at least once, our former community manager, I think narration to some capacity just makes it feel like you're being presented something as opposed to just having a video which is a bunch of text on the screen and kind of forcing the user to have to read it in some degree. There was too much text and I think there wasn't enough information, but not in the sense of how much they provided us, but in the sense of it wasn't very informative. That's what I agree with. And I think the video length was... I think the video length was fine. I just think the information they provided us wasn't informative enough. I don't know if that contradicts each other. I'm not 100% sure on that, but that's what I kind of feel to some degree. Alright. Please select which actions you took in relation to the 9th anniversary Super Sugo Fest character Luffy and Yamato. I don't care for illustration or animation. I don't really care for the characters. I pulled because they seem powerful. I'll agree with that. I don't really care if they showed up in recent anime episodes. It was a special anniversary character, so I pulled for them. That sucks that they are asking that question, because a lot of people that are going to tick it, and it makes sense. I'm genuinely saying because it's a special anniversary character, I did pull for them. What this would indicate to Bandai in future is that if they release special anniversary characters, people are going to go pull for them because they have that stature. Is that good or bad? I guess it depends. It's a tough thing to kind of surmise, I suppose. I didn't find the character illustration appealing. I disagree. Special animation wasn't appealing. I don't care. The abilities didn't seem appealing. I think that Luffy Yamato is a very, very strong unit. I think people that think that they aren't strong are delusional. The character didn't show up in recent anime episodes, don't care. The same character showed up in past events, so I didn't pull for them. I'm going to click that. Even though I pulled for the unit, it's kind of contradicting itself. We've had plenty of, obviously the same argument goes out, plenty of Luffy's. We have had a crap ton of Super Fest exclusive Yamatos. We could have done with some freshness to start off Anniversary. And the fact that Luffy and Yamato was the first release was kind of lackluster, to say the least. The producer Yoshi did not personally introduce the character in the video, so I didn't pull for them. I'm going to click on that out of principle because Yoshi should have been there. Our producer, as every other Gacha Games producer has been a part of their anniversary celebration, I do not understand the reason why Yoshi was not part of the 9th anniversary celebration as well. And I want to echo this. I want every single person that is answering this survey, that is watching this video, to click on this button. Please. I was anticipating the appearance of other characters that I didn't pull for them. I don't agree with that. Next question. Please select we took into relation with Sanji. I like the character, so I pulled for him. I agree with that. Abilities were cracked for him, so I agree with that. The anime showed up in recent episodes, so I pulled for him. I will agree with that there as well. I want to click the Yoshi one again. I don't really care about the same character showing up. And then all these are kind of irrelevant. And special anniversary units. I think all of those are the reasons behind me summoning for Sanji. For Zoro, I think as well, I think I like the illustration. I like the character. The ability was powerful. He showed up in recent episodes. Anniversary character, Yoshi. I think those are just my sentiment for these units. I love the fact that, obviously, because they're not Super Fest exclusive, Queen and King were not part of the questions, which is interesting. Please tell us... I've got some gum in my mouth, which I actually do have gum. Please tell us how satisfied you are with OPTC experience. This is a tough question, because I think this is a tough question, because I think it's very easy to just click very dissatisfied and move on with your day. But I think my answer would be dissatisfied. And I hope, naturally, I think they're going to ask more questions later. But I think my answer to this would be dissatisfied. I think the game can do a lot better, but I don't think the game is horrible. I mean, we still play it every day pretty much. So I think the game can do a lot better, but I think that there's room for improvement. A lot of room, that is. How likely are you to recommend One Piece Treasure Cruise to a friend? I'm going to give it a 3. I think the game is very challenging to get into. I think the game is very confusing to get into. I think if you don't like the IP, you have no reason to play OPTC. I think there's a lot of situations where gacha games exist where I have no... Like, I've played things like Danmachi Memoria Freeze. I've played 7DS. I've played Dokkan. I've played a lot of gacha games that I haven't watched Dragon Ball. I haven't watched, Danmachi. I haven't watched 7DS. But I've played the games because I've actually enjoyed the game and it was easy to kind of get into. Whereas Treasure Cruise is this amalgamation of difficulty to jump into, and it makes it challenging to play. I understand that there's content that exists. Stump has his, beginner series. Todd has an older beginner series. There is the tutorial series. But for players that might not be reaching out to things like YouTube and Twitch and such, the game is almost impossible to jump into. It's very challenging if you don't go and seek out these communities or these discords or these chats or whatever. Treasure Cruise is an insanely challenging game to jump into and actually play. So I don't think I'd recommend it to a lot of people. Plus, in itself, the game is just not that fun. Next. Ooh. Please select which item you feel most draws you to the OPTC experience. High quality character. I don't like the fact that this is only a select one. I think this should be a multi-select thing, because I mean I would agree with this, but I don't really care. I can relive the scenes. That's just bullcrap. There's a wide variety of characters, both new and niche, I suppose. I can sit back and relax while I'm doing the One Piece story. You haven't released a story in Ireland over 2 years plus, I think now. Illustration features characters in unique outfits that can't be found in the original work. I mean, every single character, I believe, is from the original work to some capacity, except probably like the Ichiban Kuji collaboration units, which aren't Ichiro Oda specifically drawn. The game features unique special attacks that can't be found in the original work. I think every special animation is more or less based off some sort of original work, so it doesn't make sense either. The tap battles are fun and easy to play. Disagree. The team building gives me a variety of strategies to work with. I guess that'd be my answer so far. I can enhance my characters myself. There's little room to do that. There are many other users, so it's easy to find friends to play with. It gives me something fun to play with my friends. I think I'm going to select that one because that probably aligns most to my personal reasons behind continuing to play OPTC, is that I have the community of people around me that make it enjoyable for me to actually play Treasure Cruise on a day-to-day basis. Next question. Alright, here we go. How satisfied are you with Pirate King Adventures, which was added on the May 12th? I'm going to expand this. That's just a coding problem right here. Why can you do this? Anyway, I'm going to expand this box. How satisfied are you? I'm very dissatisfied. And I think that there are a few reasons for this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to type out my reasons and I'm going to cut back to and explain what my reasons are. So just give me a memento. I don't want to read all these out, but I'm going to leave pretty much all of them on screen for you guys to kind of read if you want to, but I'll go through them very briefly. The first one I've said there is that there's genuinely no reason for the monthly turtle event to have been removed in place of PKA. Both events could have existed simultaneously. Both events could have provided different kinds of materials. PKA could have lent more towards Cola and Super Cola, and the regular turtle event could have led obviously more towards turtles. We require items to progress our accounts, so limiting how many turtles we can get to level up our units and limiting how much cola we can acquire to max out our ships is just a bit uncanny. It doesn't make any sense to me. Number two, the drop rates for Himeis and Elder Turtles is far too low for any player to actually give a damn about farming the event. Players that reach level 150 should be guaranteeing themselves Elder Turtles per chest with a higher chance of acquiring a Hime Turtle. And just for that sense alone, there's no reason to farm the bosses. As Stump kind of colloquialized and me and him kind of brought up together was the fact that what you should be doing with PK every single day is not spending your stamina. Once you've completed the Chopper Man missions and completed the level 150 reward or however you want to approach it, you should only be farming the map. You should be collecting the treasure chests, spending your 3 stamina, and moving on with your day. There is no point, unless you want to min-max the amount of turtles you're acquiring, there's genuinely no point in you fighting the mini-boss and fighting the main boss. Especially fighting the main boss. There is no reason for you to ever go and fight the final boss at any point, and I mentioned that number 4. But all in all, more turtles the better. The more turtles we acquire, the better it should be. Especially if there's this scaling difficulty where it gets harder and harder and harder, we should be compensated better and better. Why am I farming a level 150 boss if all I'm getting is the daimyo, like the prince, like the baby turtles? It doesn't make sense to acquire the baby turtles from being a level 150 boss. I should be getting Elder and Hime turtles mixed in with the level 150 boss. It's a bit backwards there. I get on number 3, I get into Super Cola, how it was poorly done. I bring up the idea of, I mean, I never saw a Super Cola drop, and I played every single day, minimum 3 runs per day. I know lots of other people that didn't get drops. I know people that did get drops. But the fact that we need 20 Super Cola, I believe is 20 Super Cola per ship, and right now we have a maximum of 40 Cola. We can acquire probably at most, what could we acquire? At most we can acquire like 10, I think it's about 10 a month. I might be wrong here, 10 or 20 a month. So if it is 20 a month, then my statement's kind of wrong there. But we should be acquiring at minimum 20 per month to max out one ship. Obviously, that also incorporates the fact that you need 15,000 regular cola, and that's also a big problem too that I don't really get into, but I mean, it just goes hand in hand. I kind of mention here that maybe you can make Super Cola drop from the final boss. If I get to level 150, and maybe it only unlocks at level 150. If you get to level 150, there is a chance that, you know, the final boss drops Super Cola. That way, you now have more of an incentive to defeat the boss every time. Not to say that you should be defeating the boss every time, or whatever, it's up to you at the end of the day, but you have more of an incentive now to do so. That's kind of my 2 cents on that. 4, there is no reason to verse the final boss, just at all. It's irrelevant. But what I mentioned here in particular is that when you defeat the final boss, you should be given a reward screen that is similar to the mini boss and the Pirate Rumble hexes. When you defeat the mini boss, so in this recent one, when you defeat Odin, you get given a 1 of 3 drops. And then the same way for the Rumble event, you get given 1 of 3 drops. Why, when I defeat the final boss, I don't get any drops? Shouldn't the final boss be the main reason why you're defeating the island? That doesn't make much sense as well. You should be getting a reward screen at the end of it. This is the biggest one for me personally. Once the buddy level is maxed out, the buddy statue should no longer drop and be replaced with regular drops. Plain and simple. There is no reason for you to genuinely farm PKA, period. Because the chests you get, 90% of the time, I would argue, you are getting a regular chest, a regular ass chest, and in that chest you're getting 3 statues. And you might be saying, oh, but Papi, you might get a rainbow chest. In that rainbow chest, most of the time it's just going to be gold statues, and that provides you no benefit as well. So all in all, once the buddy level is maxed, the game should go tick, no longer going to give you statues anymore, and you're just going to give you rewards. So those that max out the buddy level early on, there can be like strategy now. If you prioritize the buddy level early on, you have more days to acquire more materials, as opposed to being like, oh, well, I've been playing every single day and all I'm getting is statues. It's irrelevant. And then my final point here, which I hope people do bring up, is that adventure tickets are way too rare. Right now in the shop, there is, what is it? I think it's like 25 tickets for a single Hime turtle, or 1 ticket for 1 cola. So you're saying that I need 15,000 tickets to max out 1 ship with just cola from the shop. So in turn, you can acquire about 300 a month, let's say. So I would need to play for what, 50 odd months? So like over 4 years, I'd need to play to get enough cola to max out a single ship from just the reward shop. It doesn't make sense. Implement a better system for tickets, have more of them drop more frequently, give the player like 1,000 or 1,500 tickets a season. I think is way more is way more appealing than it would be to get like 300. 300 does nothing for you. After you buy the Super Cola, you're left with like 150 left. Like, it's nothing. It really is nothing. But those are my personal gripes. I've written them. Obviously, I've fleshed them out more here. So if you want to read them, do pause the video at any time and have a look there. We'll go on to the next question though. Oh, that's it. I thought there was more to that, but I guess that's it, I suppose. I was hoping there'd be more, but there's not. So now part of me is thinking, should I answer more on the PKA question? I guess no. I think I've nailed it there. I think all in all, like, there's not much else we can really say here. I think that all in all, I think that if they can improve PKA, then there will be a reason for people to actively want to play every day. I think right now, what people are doing are they're logging on, they are doing their 3 Rumble matches. Because right now, in all honesty, Rumble is like one of the main reasons why people are consistently playing each day. And that seems kind of backwards because Rumble was, I don't know if it still is though, but it was a very hated mode. And right now it's actually, like, Rumble is actually enjoyable for me. I know that Rumble is a gem sink, I get that, but Rumble is actually enjoyable, whereas PKA is a slog. Most days, I couldn't even be bothered to play PK. I was just doing it because I want to min-max the rewards that I'm earning, and I'm you know, in garnering from that. But I think, with that being said, though, please do yourself a favor. You know, submit this survey. Give your reasons behind this. I think it's a good idea to go watch Todd's video and go look at what he said as well. You know, obviously he's the guy. But these are my thoughts and opinions on this survey. Once again, I do understand that people might be looking at these surveys and being like, oh, but Bandai don't care. And you know what? Right now, I agree. I think Bandai could bloody care less about the player base. They don't care about our enjoyment. They care about their profit margin. They care about cost-benefit analysis of how much work versus how much profit they can pull out of the game. So in turn, will these be actually listened to? That's a question for another point, but it doesn't hurt to try. It doesn't hurt to give our feedback. So I think there's a lot of value in doing so. But with that being said, I've been Captain Papi. That's been the OPTC survey, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Peace.